Hello and welcome to my channel. If you can't decide between bread or cake for breakfast, I have the perfect recipe for you. A delicious marble cake bread. It may look like sourdough bread, but we don't need any sourdough for this bread, just a few grams of yeast. It's super easy to make and perfect for breakfast or afternoon coffee. It's definitely a real eye-catcher. For this marble cake bread, we need two doughs. For the white dough, we mix 175 milliliters of water with 1 gram of yeast. Then we add 220 grams of wheat flour and 30 grams of whole wheat flour. Next, we mix the ingredients and after a few minutes, we add 6 grams of salt. For the dark dough, we mix 175 milliliters of water with 1 gram of yeast. Then we add 200 grams of wheat flour, 20 grams of whole wheat flour, 30 grams of cacao powder, and 40 grams of sugar. These ingredients are mixed together, and after a few minutes we add 6 grams of salt. We cover both doughs and let them sit for about 30 minutes. After this time, we stretch and fold the doughs. This helps the dough to build structure, making the bread finer and prettier. We repeat this process about every 30 minutes until we've stretched and folded the doughs a total of 5 times. After stretching and folding, we place both doughs on our work surface. Now we begin shaping the marble cake bread. We first spread the light dough into a rectangle. Then we place the dark dough over the light dough, covering about 1/3, and spread it into a rectangle as well. Next, we take the outer end of the light dough and fold it down the center, as shown in the video. Afterwards, we fold the dark dough over the remaining light dough. Now we turn our dough package around and bring all the corners towards the center. Repeat this with all corners so the dough stretches nicely. Finally, we shape the dough into a nice ball. Next, we place a dish towel in a bread basket and sprinkle some flour inside. We place the shaped bread into the basket and then we put it into the fridge where it can develop and rise overnight. The next morning we preheat our oven to 220 degrees Celsius or 430 degrees Fahrenheit with a Dutch oven inside. Once the Dutch oven is hot enough, we take the bread out of the fridge and turn it onto a baking sheet. It's very important to score the bread before baking. Then we place the bread into the Dutch oven and pour some water next to the baking paper in the pot. This will create some steam which will help the bread to bake better. Immediately we cover it with the lid and place the pot in the oven. We bake the bread with the lid on for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes we take the pot out, remove the lid and put the open pot back in the oven for another 20 to 30 minutes. When the bread is done, we take it out of the oven and let it cool before slicing. And our marble cake bread is ready. It not only looks fantastic, but it also tastes delicious. You can enjoy it with jam, hazelnut spread, cream cheese, or just on its own. I hope you enjoyed my video and I would love to receive a comment. Also, I'd be very happy if you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any delicious recipes.